Hey you guys, so my name is Cherie Monique and I have an unboxing for you guys. Now this is probably a couple days later. What is today's date? Honestly, I should have looked at that. January 24th. So it's Friday, January 24th. I got my package on the what that would have been 21st. 21st, Tuesday the 21st, I believe it would have been. I think it would have been Tuesday the 21st. Okay, so real quick before we get into the unboxing of the plants that I got from the Green Escape, I want to give you guys a couple things as a rundown. Cause goodness gracious, this had me stressed. Okay, I was so stressed out when it came to waiting for the package to come in, and because I ordered it on the 27th of December. Didn't take into account a couple things. At first, I didn't even think about the fact that we were out going, into New Year and stuff like that, and how that could shift things around. But once I realized that, okay, you know what, I still need to know what's going on. So almost 2 weeks after I had put the order in, I contacted them and I asked them, what was going on, and no updates, just what's going on. And they informed me, they were like, holidays, we let everyone off for the holidays, and it's going to take us a second to kind of pick up, putting the orders in and everything, but we should have your order shipped out by the beginning of next week. And I said, okay, that's great, that's fine. So beginning of next week came, there was the 13th, and I was like, okay, so, and I was like, okay, they did say the beginning, let me chill out, let me calm down, because I'm being really like, because I had already ordered my bag bowl cabinet from IKEA. The plants are little, so I'm like, okay, it's not going to be a big deal. All of them can fit in there if I want them to. Even though I did set it up a little differently, and I will show you guys after everything, how everything is set up. I'll show all of that or whatever. So I'm like, I could have. I did this. I set stuff up a certain way. I said, by the time the cabinet comes in, I'll put the cabinet together. By the time the cabinet together, a couple days later, I should get the package. That's the way my mind worked, because I did everything, I think, the same day or like a day after, one after the other. I think I did 27th, 28th, ordered the cabinet. So maybe even the same night, because I know how I operate. So, the 14th, they create the shipping label. I know the day you create the shipping label, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be shipped off. By the 15th, UPS has picked it up. USPS picked it up. So, okay. But then it was kind of like a little bit of a stutter there. Because now, not only are we dealing with, okay, we're coming out of the holidays, we are dealing with weather and snow and all of the stuff going on. And I live in South Carolina. The packages were coming from Florida. So I knew that it wasn't going to take long to get to me. It took about a week since from the shipment date, which was the 14th, or the day the shipping label was created, I should say. So it took about that much time or whatever. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. So I kept checking up with USPS, see what was going on, weather, taking all that into account. Still a little flustered and frustrated because when I ordered it on the 27th, I did not take account. I did not realize about the weather. So I did not add the heat pack, which I should have. Which I said to myself, it shouldn't need a heat pack because it'll be just a couple days. It won't even be a week. The plants should be fine. Shame on me, okay? Shame on me. I should have learned, okay? I'll know better from this point forward, okay? Cold weather, it doesn't matter. You never know what's going to happen. It just chose this time to be snowing. The day the package was delivered, it was snowing, okay? Tuesday. Today is the 24th. So when it was delivered on like Tuesday, whatever day Tuesday was, like the 21st or something, it was snowing. And then the package arrived late, and I was so upset. My husband came in with the box. I was like, yes, this is what I was needing in my life. It finally came after waiting so long for it to come. Oh my God. 2 weeks waiting for them to ship it out. Then a whole week waiting for it to get to me. That was 3 weeks worth. Oh my God. So I was scared. I didn't know how it was going to come out. I didn't know what was going to happen. You guys will be opening and seeing everything. So let's get into that portion of it so you guys can see how everything turned out. Being shipped from Florida to South Carolina while it's snowing outside. Crazy work. I'll see you guys then. So here we are. Finally unboxing my plants after a 3-week wait. Just want to take the time real quick to say, if you end up liking the content that I am putting out in this video, please do like the comment on the video. If you like my personality, you want to see more of what I'm going to put out, just make sure to subscribe to the channel. Be really nice and cool of you. Comment below, let me know where are you at in your plant journey. Are you new to plants? You know, just let me know. I'm trying to get into this box. Use the wrong tool to do so. Okay, so it's taking me a little longer than it should. And I also was in a place where I was trying to figure out, like, is this the top of it? Is this the bottom of it? I also want to give you guys a little, you see the soul on top, my God. I also want to give you guys a little bit of, like, you know, dun 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 to it, you know, a little fanfare, I guess you would say. But look at those little packages. Oh my God. I think there are 9 plants total. There are 9 plants total. I didn't receive 2 of them, but there are 9 plants total there, which is so freaking wow. 9 at one time. That's a lot for me. Okay, real quick, while I'm editing the video, I actually found the little card that they like to send. Found it, I think. I don't even know what about it, but I found it. So this is the card. I really wish I could read the person's name on the bottom. It was Lady of Dallas. Was the one who packaged it. Matt was the one who grew it. That's what it says. And then it gives this information on the back. You don't necessarily have to follow the information that they give you. They even say it down here. That you don't necessarily have to follow it. It's just something that they like to throw in because it's, you know, nice of them to do so. And it kind of lets you know who took the time with the plant that you are receiving. Okay, now that we're back into the video. Oh, and since I, you know, all that stuff, I had to go through and separate them. I had to separate out the free ones, and for a moment I stuttered because I was like, my God, what? There was a third free one that I was not expecting, so it was like a good surprise. I think at one point I'm just counting the plants because I was like, how many do I have? Am I tripping? And I was like, you know what? Let's just take that. So separating everybody out. I'm gonna do the ones I ordered first, and then I'm gonna do the free ones. I ordered 2 of them, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna do the free ones second because they aren't really ones I'm more concerned about. And the one thing I will say is when I opened the box, the plants were cold. They were cold. Yeah, my plants was cold, and I was scared. I was real scared. I was nervous. It's one of the moments when it's like, what's going on? Is they dead? So while I'm taking my slow time, okay, there I am wondering if we've lost anybody. But anyways, let me stop playing. The first one we got into was the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. I have wanted this plant since I did my first order with them. Wild Fern, I think is her name, has one. It is so freaking big and pretty, and I was like, I wanted one before I saw hers, but when I saw hers and I was like, they can get like that. Oh my god! I just love the color on them and stuff. And this one was not a disappointment at all. Now look at that. Like the soil's cold. Okay, she cold, but we must remember it was snowing outside, and my smart stuff didn't do a heat pack. So lesson learned. Do better. Don't be like me, okay? And honest to God, I used a scissor that was meant for paper, not for plastic. And that saran wrap was getting her something fierce. But do y'all see how like nice she is? Just look how she look. Now she do got a little bit of something on her on hers. I don't know why. I've never seen a carnosa leaf look like that. That sword like, but I'm new, so hey, maybe that sword like long look, that part threw me off. Everything else about it was just like nice. I wish they would have like cleaned her off though. She was a little dirty. It's all right though. She a plant, so perfection is not the name of the game. Okay, she gotta be alive and thriving, not perfect. But yeah, I at one point I used to get the queen and the princess confused, because the princess has the inner variegation, which means it's lighter on the inside, whereas the queen has that outer variegation. And truly thinking on it now, I'm probably going to want a crimson princess sooner or later too. But we're gonna stick with the queen for right now. This is my first Hoya. And her leaves are just like thick, you know? And just, her leaves are just thick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's go into the next plant. Next. Oh my God. The next plant we have is our Maharani. Oh my God. So the other plant that I ordered that was very similar to the Maharani is the Mellow Raguso. Or Ragoso. They said they didn't like how it looks, so they didn't send it to me. Part of me was like, just send it in. Well, it was alright. I got my refund, so I'm not tripping about it. But I kind of really wanted the Raguso, because even though the Mellow and the Raguso are so very similar, I mean the Mellow Raguso and the our beautiful queen here, our Maharani, even though they're so similar, there are enough differences where I wanted the both of them. But it's alright. I can always get the other one sooner or later. But look at that. Long limb. 2 stem. 2 petals. Oh my God, y'all. Remember, this was a couple days ago. I now have 1 leaf on that plant. The other one, one of them died off. The older one died off. It lost its color, and then and that happened really fast. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if the plant was like shocking as a shock for the plant or what, but when I looked at the roots and everything, the roots look completely fine. It's just, it just lost its color. And I've seen that, sometimes when it loses its color, that just means it's like, it's getting ready to push out another one. So let us hope that's all that it is. But I do have her in a nice little setup right now, so she'll be all right. Yeah, I'm struggling. Y'all see me struggling? Oh my God. Oh, I wish I had some better scissors than paper scissors. Well, the scissors are sharp. It's just it was struggling to get through that saran. But yeah, you would never know from looking at it right here. Actually, you can kind of see it like around certain aspects of like the edge of it and stuff. And it's also curled under too, so I don't know what's going on with it. But I'm new to alocasia in general. So these alocasias that I've ordered, I think I have like 4 of them, I think it was. They're all first time ever having alocasias, so I'm new to alocasias in general. So I got 4 different ones with different personalities. Keep me in y'all thoughts and prayers. So, yeah. Our next baby girl that we open is the Philodendron Splendid. I know that once I finally get into the package, y'all, I knew that it was going to be a smaller plant because all the ones that I saw like on Etsy looking at the pictures of it for this particular shop, they were small. So I wasn't expecting a huge plant, okay? And I also wasn't expecting to be in love with it in its baby form. But anytime now, Cherie, open the package. What am I doing? Did I start messing with something else? What was going on? Yeah, I don't even know what I was doing my own self. Okay. But we're finally back. Hopefully I'm entertaining y'all while you wait to actually see the gloriousness of what you came here for. Not me talking the whole time, okay? But yeah, she little. She real little. She not bad looking now. She look healthy. She look green. She look nice. She's still doing good after all this time. So after these couple of days being here, she's getting, what she needs. The realization that I'm looking at this plant and not having her anywhere near the camera is atrocious. I'm so sorry. We got to do better for the people. I thought it was in the frame. I really thought it was in the frame. Not as much as I thought it was. But the Splendid and it was another one. I got the bigger one back there, the Soderoy. I'm not expecting much for them right now because of how they are when they're starter plants. I don't expect much from that starter plant. So it was interesting seeing the way that it's going to climb because it's a climbing plant, but the way that it climbs, it looks it's not what I was expecting, and it's I guess a juvenile state. But anyway, this is the Black Velvet. It's a song. Oh my God, I'm not singing that. It's a rock song. But yeah, it's the Black Velvet, Alocasia Black Velvet, which is I think a parent plant of the Maharani. I think the Mellow and the Maharani are parent plants. Mellow and the Black Velvet are parent plants of the Maharani. Y'all, I don't know what. I think this little Splendid had me in the chokehold. I don't know what it is. I love little plants. Yeah, I mean, in a chokehold. I was probably checking on it to certain little aspects of like how small it is, realizing I really didn't look at the plant or show you guys the plant. I think that's what it was in that moment. I kind of realized, so I wanted to kind of take a moment to do that. It kind of took away from her though, so my bad. Now y'all, when I tell you this is a plant I was excited for, oh my God. I was also not knowing what I was going to get because for some reason, some of the pictures I've seen of the Black Velvet, some of them look velvety and then some of them don't. And I was like, what? But then, I mean, how could you have a plant called Black Velvet if it's not velvety feeling? But again, with the scissors, she's a struggling. Y'all, taking my time. Oh, it's like the little white stuff that was on. I didn't know what that was. What is that in the middle of the... What is that? And then looking at the back, did y'all see the back of that leaf? Oh my God. The color on the back of the leaves is so pretty. I was not expecting that. I just had to touch it. But I was not expecting the color on the back of the leaves. Also wasn't expecting it to, should have expected it because it really does feel like velvet. Like I said, what's that stuff? Why I like that? But I think that's also one of these older leaves as well. But still, why she look like that? Why she look like that? And she been dry. And she been dry on top of it all. Dry as the Sahara. Or Sahara. She was dry, y'all. Why she so dry? And I was like, all the other ones were moist. The soil was moist. And this one is dry. And I'm like, she could have been a little bit more, but she wasn't. So I was like, why is she so crispy, crunchy? Why she feel like this? Shame. Jesus. Merciful. Yeah. This is the real shield. Oh my God. I fell in love with this plant. Looking at this plant. Oh my God. Seeing it when it's like big. Like when how the leaves look. And I was like, panicking a little bit, but I want the plant, so I'm like, I'm just gonna have to make it work. Because I'm like, how am I gonna deal with the plant when it gets big? Like, how am I gonna do this? We don't know, but we will make it work. Okay, she's beautiful. She lost a lot of soil. The soil was lacking. Okay, about half the soil I think had already like gone. You know, it's gone. Just gone. Okay. And she was all banked out of shape. Banked, man. Banked out of shape, honey. Oh my God. Oh my God. But she's so pretty. And she's like paper. It was weird. I was expecting to be like a little thicker. But she like paper. Like, is she real? Like, is she real, y'all? Look at her. She like paper. She was dirty too. I thought the Hoya was dirty, dusty. She was dirty, okay? Because all that soil that came out of her. Sad day. Sad day. And I want to say a creek. Thank you to the Lord, for not one dead plant yet. Okay. Okay. Not one dead plant yet. Now I will say that that black velvet. I think it was the black velvet. One of the leaves was just flopping. Okay. And I was also wondering if the color of the petiole was right, because it's like that long, that stem. I was wondering if it was right. You know what I mean? Because I was just, the color was weird on it. It was almost transparent, almost. A little bit of exaggeration, but still, that's how I feel. Yeah. And I'm pointing out the little nick in it, which is all right, because I got a nick in one of the leaves already because I have my phone. I was trying to set my phone up to pot them and record it, and well, the phone fell. And I said, the little thing that I was using, I just had to remove her and find another setup. But I'm gonna work on my setup for my camera angles and all of that stuff, because the one I'm using now to record is not the same one I used to pot up, because I had an issue with it. As long as I have it set to like do overhang like it is right now, it's completely fine. But if I want to stand it up for it to do like my face and stuff like that, I have to do a whole different setup. So yeah, but we're getting into the Soderoy. The Philodendron Soderoy. That one came in a 2-inch pot. And it was about the same price as what it would have been if it didn't. But they also didn't have it, you know, outside of the pot. Now, when I can get into this package. When do y'all see how they got a thing in there? Oh my God. I'm taking forever to get into this package, but still, wait until y'all see. I was saying to myself, they could have done better than this. This was so wrong. Okay? Needless to say, she gets taken out of the little pot, but still, that pot became useful, so it's fine. And then on top of that, look how little she is. Like the coloring, I expected the coloring. Oh my God, this plant too, when it gets bigger, I just love how the plant looks as it's big. But I like getting small plants because you get to learn the plant better when they're smaller. And then they get used to your environment, and you know what I mean? You get to kind of grow together with the plant. But the way they packaged it was completely fine with the whatever that stuff is, the fluff around it, and like the way they had everything set up was completely fine. It was just the way they planted it inside of the planter. Yes, I'm not even like waiting for you guys to see it to be like, what the why? Because you might not even notice it, because I'm pointing it out, because you know when you order something, especially when you wait 3 weeks to get it, you're gonna notice everything. You know what I mean? So it's fine with that. And then I knew some of the little stuff was gonna come out. I didn't know that much was gonna come out of it. But then other part of it is I had to get rid of the soil, because, well, I'll tell y'all in the other video. So yeah. None of them, honestly, I have a couple plants that have a mixture of soil and like Molly's Aroid mix, but most of my plants are in Molly's Aroid mix right now. So I tend to don't really use oil unless I need more water retention. Yeah. But that was also another one I was looking at how it was growing too. Because I'm trying to figure out how it's going to climb up with the pole, because I want to make sure that I put it in, like, repot it for a pole when, you know, that time comes. So paying attention to how it's going to climb up the pole and if it's ready right now at that point to climb up the pole is actually really important. So that's what I was doing in that moment. Yeah, I'm pushing it down in there. Because I'm also feeling the, I don't know what that stuff is called. It's like a netting that they have around. You can see it right there when I was moving my finger on it. They just almost looks like they put it inside of there and they put some soil around it. And to me, I always want to cover up that part, but they just kind of just did what they did. And yeah, you can see the netting, and I was like, well, what that person said is true. They just take a plug and put it into a little pot. Threw a little dirt around it, and that's all they did. Which is fine. It's technically what you do anyway when you're repotting something, but yeah. I tend to take off the nets and stuff when I repot. I don't leave those on there. But first, free allocator. The free allocator that I got is a Cupria Red Secret. And I said, I knew it. I said, I knowed it was going to be there. And I was like, yo, why? I'm going to tell you the truth. The Cupria Red Secret is one of those plants I do not like how it looks when it gets bigger. It's like an alien brain, man. That's what it looked like. And something tell me in my spirit I was going to get it, so I got to get over it. And something else in my spirit said it's fine, because if I really don't like it, I can just give it to my sister who collects plants anyway, so it's fine. Just give it to him the setup that I got it in and say, here you go. Have fun. Learn about it, love it, like it, do all that. Go ahead. Bow. But y'all, I don't know. I'm looking at the stem and stuff, and I'm like, why are the stems so long on these allocations? I'm like, are they, because they really look like they were really, really, really having to reach to get to the light. And so I'm like, I don't know how it's going to work under the grow light that I have inside of the greenhouse. Inside of my little Barina, no, like, what's Bagbo? I called it Barina earlier too. Bagbo greenhouse that I have. So I was calling the wrong thing. But yeah, I was also looking at the red sheen of it, which I will give. I think that is really cool on the plant. It's just the grown up form of the plant I'm not a fan of. Yeah, but I might like it when it gets bigger and stuff. If I don't, like I said, I can just give it to my sister. I'm not tripping on that. But yeah, it really does look like it was reaching for the light. Next, we have a free philodendron Congo green, and I think this one is variegated. This was the plant I was not expecting. I wasn't expecting it, so I was like, "Yeah, that's nice. That's nice." Thank you for this free plant that I had to research, because I ain't know nothing about it. Oh my god. And it's funny because I did see the Congo green on some people's pages, like on people's YouTube and stuff, and I wasn't really expecting much of nothing. But y'all see how little, tiny? That thing is tiny, okay? The plug that it's in, or the soil little stuff that it's in right now, is bigger than the plant. Needless to say, that plant is what went into the 2-inch planter. And she looks nice in there. She's little. She look cute. Okay, she fits. Okay, it works completely fine. Yeah, I want to make sure my stuff don't fall. My God. Yeah. I'm taking my time to take it out because I'm like, she's so little. Oh my God. And I was tired of messing with the scissor. I was so sick of that scissor. But look how little she is. That's how you know I was surprised by how small she was, and like trying to figure her out, because I put the thing all up in the camera for y'all to see. And I'm like, because I know they ain't going to be able to see this, because this thing's so little. They ain't going to be able to see this. It really is low. I was not expecting that. But I do expect me to like the plant. And it doesn't grow up. It grows out. It's supposed to be a bushy plant, so I expect myself to like it. It was a nice little surprise to get that. And then this one, the Anthurium. I'm scared of Anthuriums. Anthurium clarinervium. I'm scared of Anthuriums. I didn't know how it was going to look. I didn't know what to expect. I'm just scared of Anthuriums because I don't know a lot about them. Anthuriums actually scare me more than Alocasias do. But y'all, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw it, I had to pause. Do you see the pause in the hand motion? I had to pause. I had to pause because it's a heart-shaped leaf, like a real, genuine, true heart-shaped leaf. And that is just, it stunned me for a moment. Like, I didn't know what to expect from the plant at all. I had to remember that I had to be recording. I had to remember that I was recording because it took me so off guard. Like, it took me so off guard, y'all. I'm in awe by the shape of the leaf for that plant. Oh my god. I don't know what to expect. I know they do say that you gotta let that one dry out a little bit more than what, compared to the other Anthurium, to stay moist, the soil. And you need to let this one kind of just dry out. So I'm gonna follow that. I'm gonna do like I do my other plants, where I kind of let the top layer dry out some before I water it again. Which is completely fine, because that's actually how I work with a lot of my plants. The Alocasia is the only one that I'm not going to be doing that with. But yeah, y'all, do y'all see that? I know y'all can see that heart shape. Oh my god. You can't really see the veining on the leaf of it right now. Not too good. But y'all, do you see how big like that? And then one of them had a cut in it, so I was also trying to make sure I didn't cut it when I cut the paper. But I didn't cut it. It wasn't me that did it. It's just, yeah. I realized it wasn't me that cut it. It was just the plant. I think it got bent. And that's what ended up happening. Well, you can even see right there where the cut is at on it. It looks like a cut. It looks like a piece of it got cut somehow, but I didn't do it because I was like, I don't see pieces of a plant nowhere, so wasn't me. But oh my god, I really did talk this whole video. I thought this whole video. Well, I mean, honestly, if you guys wanted to like not hear me, you would have probably muted it or turned it off. So, and I wouldn't have blamed you if it's one of those. Oh, she talks too much. It's actually one of my favorite things about plant videos, like talking about the plants and stuff like that, because it helps me to learn about it while I'm looking at it. But yeah, that's the moment when I was looking at the leaf, trying to figure out if I had cut it or not. But I mean, you can see a little bit of the veining on it, especially down the center. And like that one major one, kind of going across on both sides or whatever. But yeah, that's when I was looking at the paper, seeing where I cut it and seeing if I had cut the leaf. But like I said, it wasn't me. I didn't do that. It was like that when I get it. But y'all, I fell in love with that plant, surprisingly. And then, first of all, that sponge thing I had on it, I hate. Why? Jesus. Like, merciful God, why? Why would you even want to? Why, sir? Why? But no judgment. Do you. Whatever helps you grow. It's all right. So I'm going to hold it against it, but I didn't like that sponge on there. At all. That sponge, she had to go. But I was also scared to take the sponge off because of the roots, and I didn't want to mess with root because I realized the root kind of broke easily. She thick, but she broke easy. So I'm like, we'll see. So I took most of the sponge off of it when I planted it, so you guys will see that in that video. I'm just doing some last checks over it, figuring out what I'm going to do with the plants. Because I really do want to leave them out. I wanted to, at this one, I was thinking just like put them inside of I have like a little pie tin that I have that helps me catch like water and stuff when I'm watering some of them. But I just put everybody in the pie tin. And oh yeah, I was also talking about my plans for the plants, which I talked about it already. So yeah, but I ended up putting all inside the pie tin after taking the saran wrap off of all of the roots and putting some water on the two that were dry. This one I cannot remember the two that were dry. I think it was the Regal Shield and the Black Velvet. I think those were the two that had the dry roots. Everybody else was fine, but I'll put water on those too and kind of just, yeah, just really making sure I look at the leaves, checking to see if there are any pests on them. I didn't see anything on any of them. The first time I ordered from the Green Escape, I didn't find any pests on any of the plants that I had received from them, so I was kind of like, okay, I wasn't surprised that there wasn't anything there. So I was like, okay, I really don't need to like quarantine them away from the rest of the plants, but mostly because most of them are just going to go inside of my greenhouse anyway. But I didn't know for sure that I needed to get some water on the two dry ones and just let it kind of like get to room temperature before I did anything. And I couldn't wait to repot it, so I ended up potting it probably for a couple hours after putting it inside the greenhouse to kind of let it get to a good temperature before I mess with it. In which the first time when I received the other plants that I have over here, which I'll show you guys in a second, when I received them the first time, I didn't mess with the roots too much. Yeah, I'm excited about that Black Velvet plant. It's one of the ones I really, really wanted. But yeah, I didn't mess with the roots too much on the first time. This time I messed with the roots a little bit more than I did before. But this time I'm not going to be taking them out, because the last time when I first got them, I put them into a little setup first, and then I got my my pots to put them in, my little clear pots to put them in. So yeah, then I changed them and added more soil, mess with the roots then to kind of like make sure everybody kind of can do what it needs to do, maneuver and all that stuff. I'm not doing this time around, so yeah, everybody is where they're gonna be at. Yeah, I was surprised by how papery that one was. That one's actually more mature than the other ones. Also, maybe you guys didn't see it. I don't know if I think I'm going to point it out in the repotting video. So look for that with the Black Velvet. It's something I noticed with that one. In all honesty, when I'm looking at this video now, I'm not surprised that that leaf died off. But it lost its color before it died off, so I don't know if that was a good or bad thing. Because right now she's standing alone with one leaf. Alright. But yeah. I've done enough talking. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. Hope you guys got some laughs in with me. I appreciate you guys so very much. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.